Okay guys, today I'm going to cover a new topic called terms of payment. Now, what we have seen yesterday, we have seen like invoice posting, posting of credit memo, how to post the payment for a particular invoices. Now, I'll just tell you what is the use of terms of payment. Now, say for example, you okay, terms of payment. Now, let's suppose we have posted an invoice 01/01/2017 in the sense 1st Jan of 2017. If you're having any kind of negotiation with the vendors, like always there will be, as I said, like generally as an individual, if you are going to buy something, will have to make payment immediately. But in terms of organizations, some credit kind of things are, there in the organizations and all. Whatever we are going to purchase from vendor, it doesn't mean that immediately we are going to make payment, because once the payment is released, certain procedures are there for payments also. First of all, you need to raise some request, then somebody is going to approve, somebody is going to put the signature, then the fund will pass, and then payment is going to happen. Likewise, certain procedure will be there. Now, so here in every organization, what is happening, whenever they are going to purchase something, what will happen, they'll make payment after 30 days, 60 days. So depends upon the kinds of negotiation between the organization and vendor. Okay, so most likely minimum 30 days will be a kind of credit limit, credit days given by organization. Say for example, it means if we have posted a document on 1st Jan, that document, in the sense invoice, that invoice is going to be due on 38th. The reason behind is, vendor means on 38th, on or after 38th, we are supposed to make payment to the vendor. Now the problem is, if you are having one invoice, two invoice, three invoice, or else if you are having one vendor, two vendor, three vendor, in that case we can keep some, these things in our mind, that okay, I have posted one invoice on 1st of Jan, so on 38th we have to make payment, or else we have posted on 5th of Jan, so on 4th of February it's going to be due, so we have to make payment on time, like that. But if you're having 100 line items, in the sense 100 invoices for one vendor, and we are having hundreds of vendor, two hundreds of vendor, thousands of vendor, in that case it's impossible to remind. How are we going to remind that when, that invoice is going to be due? It's impossible to calculate manually. So what is happening, SAP has given a terms called terms of payment. What terms of payment is going to do? Terms of payment automatically it's going to calculate the due date. Okay, it is going to calculate the due date, and it is going to let you know whether item become due or overdue or not due. Everything will be, all the status will be visible to you guys automatically by using terms of payment. That is the use of terms of payment. Terms of payment means, let's suppose if today's date is 15/01/2017. Okay, so terms of payment is going to say that this item is not due. If it is 38/01/2017, so here the terms of payment is going to change the status, and it will be due. It will be showing like the item become due. If you cross 38th and we are in 31/01/2017, then here it is it will be showing overdue. The symbol will get changed and the symbol will be of overdue. So how status is getting changed automatically? It's not, automatically it's not getting changed. It's like something is there by which, SAP is nothing but a software, an ERP. It's a system, it's a tools. So based on certain calculation, based on certain things, based on certain setting, system is going to change the status of the line items, whether it is not due, whether it is due, whether it is overdue. So how system is going to change the status based on the terms of payment. So first of all, I'll let you know how to define, how to configure these terms of payment. And there are lots of things to know under this, and it's one of the most important topic. uh, People will ask certain interview question. There will be only one interview question in from terms of payment, but that is very important question, so I'll let you know once we start practically. Let me log in first. So guys, we have posted some invoices. Let's see the vendor report where we are having. Let's see whether any invoice is there or not. Your company code, and I'm going to click on all item because I think open item will not be there. I think yesterday I might have cleared almost all. Okay, so now see here, let's suppose what is happening initially. If you post any invoices, whether you give document date, posting date, what is happening, whatever the things we are going to give, if we don't give any terms of payment, then what is happening, system is going to make that item due on the same day. In the sense, if today we have posted a document, today itself system is going to make this item as a due, in the sense, because system is not finding any terms of payment. Now let me configure terms of payment, and then I'll post certain transaction, and then you people will come to know what is the use of this. So generally, terms of payment, what is the use of terms of payment? Terms of payment is going to identify the due date. Terms of payment is going to identify the due date. Okay, that is the first thing. Now, how to configure these terms of payment? It's pretty simple. Use transaction code OBB8. OBB8. Press enter. Okay. Now, click on new entry and give a code here. I'm going to give code TM30, or else we'll do one thing. Okay, so I've given here terms of payment code TM30. And what terms of payment I am going to create? Let's suppose we are having negotiation with the vendor that whatever invoices we have posted today, in the sense, payment will be made exactly after 30 days. Okay, so this is the negotiation. So for 30 days we are going to create a terms of payment. Now whenever you create terms of payment, then first of all you need to decide whether this terms of payment is there for only customer or vendor, customer both, or only for customer. If it is for only customer or only vendor, if it is only vendor, then you have to apply check mark only for vendor. If it is for only customer, then apply check mark here, and if it is for both, then apply check mark for both. So I'll tell you guys, terms of payments requirement will be there in case of customer vendor both. So whenever we are going to create terms of payment, that will be for customer and vendor both. Now, there are lots of things which I will explain one by one. Okay. Now, first of all, I am going to create the simplest terms of payment. Okay, and then we'll create with some discount, then we'll create some fixed days, and then one by one, one by one, one by one. So today I have to create the simple terms of payment. Now the requirement is that item, if you are going to post any invoice today, it should be due exactly after 30 days. Can we give any code for payment terms? Of course, you can give whatever code you can, if whatever code you want, you can give. There is no restriction in terms of giving code, whether it is 2 digit, 3 digit, 1 digit, 4 digit, whatever code you want, you can give. Not only for terms of payment, even company codes, field status variant, posting period variant, whatever the things are there, for everything you can change the code. Okay. The only reason why I am going to give you like TM04, TM04 for your company code, also for field status variant, also for posting code period variant also. Why? Because it will be easy for you guys to remind. Or else you have given different code for company code, different code you have given for field status variant, different code you have given for posting period variant. Then every time you'll be confused what code you have given for field status variant, what code you have given for this posting period variant. So once you guys are become confident, like once you have a good command on this configurations and all that, configurations and all, then you can do whatever you want. Okay. So now I'm explaining this terms of payment, 30 days terms of payment. So here I have given this code. Instead of TM30 you can give T030. Okay, but the thing is, like, this code must be unique. There must not be any somebody, like, let's suppose somebody has already used TM30, then system will not accept this. Then you have to give a different code. It means existing code we cannot give. Always you have to give the code which is not existed. TM30 you have given, if somebody has already created a terms of payment with the TM30 code itself, then system is not going to exist and system is not going to accept. So in that case, either you need to change your code, or else you need to delete the previous terms of payment which is existing with the same code. Anyone we can do. Then this customer vendor, always it will be, whenever we create terms of payment, it will be for both customer vendor both. Now 30 days. So simply we are going to do what we are going to do. I'll let you know. Simply here number of days here. See, right now we have not entered anything. So see here, downside explanation is appearing. Payable immediately due net. It means we have created terms of payment TM30 and we have not given any kind of criteria. It means by using this terms of payment, if you post any transaction, let's suppose, let me delete this. So let's suppose we have not given anything. So if this is called document date and this is called net due date. It means when when the item is going to be due. So here document date is 01/01/2017, and if you have not given, if you have given TM30 without any details entering here, like we have not entered any details here, it means, see, the explanation is saying payment payable immediately due net. It means system is going to make it due on the same date, 01/01/2017. But this is not our requirement. Our requirement is it should be due on 38th of January, exactly after 30 days. So number of days 30. Press enter. We'll have to log in once again. So you logged in again. Now use the same transaction code OBB8, click on new entry, give your code TM30, and then here give 30 days. 30 days I have given. Okay, payment terms, here number of days, 30 days. Press enter. Once you press enter, see this is showing explanation is within 30 days due date. It means what is happening now. If you entered the terms of payment T0 TM3 TM30, then it is going to make the net due date will be changed, and in system it is going to show 30th01. Okay, but the problem is still system is having confusion. What confusion system is having? So how system is going to count this 30 days? We have given 30 days, system is going to count 30 days. Okay, but 30 days system is going to count from which date? Whenever you post a document, we are having a document date, we are having, let's suppose, document date, we enter document date, we enter posting date also. So document date means on the date when the invoice got printed. Invoice got printed. So whatever the date which is there on invoice, that can be mentioned under document date. Now posting date, the date on which we are going to post the invoices. In the sense, I'll tell you guys. First of all, let me save this. Now, even though I have saved, still this configuration is incomplete. Okay, because system is asking here, like, see, we are having, this is very important, default for baseline date. Baseline date means what? Baseline date is a date from which system is going to calculate 30 days, right? Guys, I'll tell you, whenever we are going to post invoice, let's suppose invoice FB60, use FB60 transaction code to post invoice. So whenever you post invoice, we are having two kind of dates. One is document date and second one is posting date. See here we are having invoice date is nothing but document date. Invoice date is nothing but document date. Invoice date means the date which is printed on invoice. It means on that particular date that invoice was generated. And posting date means what? The date on which we have received the invoice, most likely. Okay, so maybe today is 11/08, so we are going to post this on 11/08, let's suppose. So we have given posting date as 11/08. Now invoice date, maybe 5 days back invoice got printed at vendor place, so vendor has given invoice date like 08 or 07 08 2017. So we are having invoice date is different, posting date is different. Invoice date is nothing but document date. So here system is asking that 30 days is calculated by system from which date? Document date or posting date? And even there is one more, entry date. Okay, no default means neither document date, neither posting date, nor this entry date. Now, so generally we use document date and posting date, but I'll explain one by one what is called document date, what is called posting date, what is called entry date. Now I'll tell you, I'll give you a very simple example, guys. Let's suppose invoice got printed at vendor place on 01/07/2017. Okay, 01/07/2017, this invoice got printed at vendor place. So vendor has given this date on their invoice. So this is called invoice date, there is no doubt. Now Tata Motor has received this invoice on 5th, on this date. After 4 days, let's suppose they have received through courier. Okay, on this date they have received. So generally what is happening, the receipt date for Tata Motor is 05/07. Now guys, as per the accounting rule, transaction should be recorded or entries should take place at the time when it is, entry should be recorded, or entry or transaction should be recorded at the time when it is taking place. In the sense, at the time, the moment you receive your invoices, on the same day you must have to record this. In the sense, we have to post this transaction. So we have received on 05. Now what vendor is going to count? Vendor has done with their work, they have delivered their invoices, we have received on 5th. Vendor is going to count their 30 days from this receipt date, and as per accounting rule, we must have to enter this invoices on the same date. Whenever transaction is taking place on the same date, on that date, but that particular date itself, entry also supposed to take place. Now on 5th, the reception counter of Tata Motor has received this invoices, but that is, let's suppose, evening 4 p.m. Now what will happen? If the receptionist call to accounting department that, hi, I am having a courier for you guys, just come and collect, there may be a chances no one is coming. People will come tomorrow and they'll collect. Okay, so what will happen? The invoice received by Tata Motor on 5th, but that is going to be posted tomorrow. Okay, that is going to be posted tomorrow. I think once again here, okay, now it's working. So that is going to be posted tomorrow. Tomorrow means on which date? On 6th of July, the transaction is getting posted. So what will happen? See here, document date will be 01/07/2017 itself, because that is invoice date. 01, let's suppose 07/2017, 1st July, and it has been received on 5th. So we are supposed to make posting on that date itself, on the 5th itself. We cannot make it on on 6th. This one posting date will be 05/07/2017. But the transaction is taking place generally. We have given here 5th, but generally today is 6th of July. Or else I'll do one thing here. I'll give you a very simplest example. Let's suppose this is 05/08/2017. We have received on 10th 08/2017. Okay, this invoice has 5th of August. This invoice got posted 10th of August. Tata Motor has received, but they are going to post this invoice because 10th of August evening they have received. So evening, like everybody are there in hurry to get back to their home. So no one is going to post this transaction exactly on 10th. So they are going to post this transaction on next day, that is 11th. So on 11th they are going to post this transaction, but they are going to post, they will just write here 05/08/2017, and posting date they are going to give 10th itself. Okay, we have to post on this date itself, 10th date itself. Why? Because vendor has delivered this invoice or 10th on 10th, so they are going to count 30 days from 10th itself, because as per them we have received this invoice on 10th, and as per our negotiation, what is happening, the moment you receive your invoice from 30 days, we are going to count, or they are also going to count. So they are going to count from 10th itself. So even though today's date is 11th, but we are going to give here posting date as a 10th. Posting date we are going to give 10th. So this invoice date is nothing but document date. This posting date, whatever 10th means, invoice receipt date or the date on which we have received, that will be treated as a posting date. And entry date means the current date which is there in the system. Entry is taking place exactly on which date? On 11th it is going to take place. So this is called entry date. So generally if you talk about what should be the baseline date, document date, posting date or entry date, so most likely it will be posting date. Save it. Most likely it will be posting date. The reason behind is, let's suppose vendor has printed invoice on 5th of August. Now if you keep document date means invoice date. So 5th, instead of 5th, they can make it, they can give the date 1st of August also, and invoice is reaching at our place after 10 days or 15 days. So that's what people are not going to give. Generally they will not negotiate for document date. Everybody are going to negotiate for posting date itself. It means organization says that I am going to count 30 days from the day on which I have received the invoice. So that is called posting date. Okay, so that is called baseline date. Baseline date means, baseline date is the date from which system is going to calculate the due date. 30 days means 30 days from which date? 30 days from posting date or document date or entry date. Okay, now so that is the use of baseline date, and this is only the question people are going to ask from terms of payment. They will be asking, what do you mean by baseline date? So you can say baseline date is a date from which system is going to calculate the due date, or due date is derived from baseline date. Okay, or you can say whatever you want. Baseline date helps, to calculate this due date. You should have understanding. If you are having understanding, you can give n number of reply and everything is going to be right only. So now see here, we have created a simple terms of payment. Just copy this explanation, we can keep here in sales tax. Sales tax text, like sales tax text means, it will be, see, there are two kind of things SAP has given. One is like, here generally we maintain everything in English language itself. Own explanation means, generally there are certain people like German people are there, Chinese people are there, French people are there. They There are certain employee from China, Chinese people anyhow, they are they're not too much strong in terms of English language, so they will be having their own Chinese language, and SAP is also supporting Chinese language, French language, Spanish language, German language is supported by SAP. So if somebody want, like if SAP is being used by some Chinese client and all, so the same translation they can translate in their language and they can paste it here. So that is called own explanation. But here in India, we follow only English. So in own explanation also you can give the same detail. If not, it depends upon you. If you want to give, you can give. If you don't want to give also, that's not a problem. And then save it. So now we have created the terms of payment. Now we have to see how system is going to calculate the due date. Okay. So whenever, now here we are going to post an invoice. We are going to post an invoice and we'll see how system is going to calculate the due date. So give your vendor number. Let me click on drop down. Press enter. So this is the vendor number. And let's suppose today is 11th. So invoice got printed on, let's suppose 08/08/2017, and today is, we have received today itself worth of 1000 rupees. Give a purchase account amount 1000. Then we have to give terms of payment. Now here this is a normal transaction. Now click on payment tab. If you click on payment tab, press enter button. Now see here, if you click on payment tab, we have not given any terms of payment. So what system is going to count? System has taken document date and it is saying that it is going to be due on 8 itself. Now here we are going to give our terms of payment which we have created, TM30. Press enter. See guys, here baseline date got changed. What is baseline date? I'll tell you. What baseline date we have selected here for TM30 terms of payment? Baseline date is posting date. Now you see here, system has selected baseline date 11/08. Why 11/08? If you click on baseline basic data, see here posting date is nothing but 11/08. Invoice date is 8/0/08, in the sense 8 of August. Posting date is 11th of August. So posting date system has selected as a baseline date. Why posting date? Because while defining this terms of payment TM30, baseline date we have selected here as a posting date. So system is going to read what is the posting date. While posting this transaction, what is the posting date we have given? It is 11/08 we have given in posting date. So now system is going to calculate, 30 days is going to be calculated from 11th of August. See here, 30 days, system has updated 30 days. 30 days is going to be calculated from 11th of August. So when the item is going to be due, it is going to be due on 10th of September. 10th of September it is going to be due. Okay. 11th of August plus 30 days, it is going to be due on 10th of September. It means on 10th of September we are supposed to make payment. Okay. Now click on simulate and post this transaction. Transaction got posted. Open a new screen. Now what will happen? Now we'll see the vendor report. FBL1N, and see the vendor report. Click on execute. See, this is the document which we have posted. Posting date is 11/08, and here terms of payment we have given already. Terms of payment we have given already. So it is showing TM30. Now this 1000 is there. Now how we will come to know whether it is due, overdue or not due. See here, the symbol is showing. If you keep your cursor on this symbol, it is showing it is not due. It means this item is not due. See the upper side, it is showing overdue. Why it is overdue? The reason behind is, and why this line item is not due. If you see here in net due date, then system is saying for this line item net due date is 10th of September. So 10th September is going to come after 30 days. So that is why this line item is not due yet. In the sense we have to make payment on 10th or after 10th, not before that. But why this 700 first line item is showing overdue here? Because there is no any terms of payment we have assigned. So this posting has happened on 10th and system has made it due on 10th itself. Because system could not find any clue to calculate this due date. So that is what, since there was no terms of payment. So that is what, if without terms of payment, if you are going to enter any transaction, then system is going to make it due on the same day. But generally in real time it doesn't happen. In real time, whatever documents, whatever invoice we are going to receive, certain deadline will be there for payment. Let's suppose there are certain vendor who says that you make me payment after 30 days. Some vendors are there, they will say no, you can make me payment after 60 days. So in that case, what we have to do, whenever we are going to post invoices, whatever vendors with whom we are having negotiation for 30 days and all, we are going to enter 30 days terms of payment. Whichever vendors with whom we are having negotiation with 60 days payment and all, we are going to enter a different terms of payment, where it is going to be, where due number of days instead of 30, what we are going to do here, we are simply, and here we can enter 60, and if you press enter, then see here item is going to be due on 60. So two terms of payment we can create in that case. But right now I just shown you guys how to create this terms of payment. So this is the simplest one. Still there are other terms of payment also. I'll let you know guys one by one, slowly. Okay, so see how the terms of payment is calculating. The terms of payment TM30 we have entered during transaction posting. So it is going to calculate the due date, and based on that it is also going to decide whether the item is due, overdue or not due. Now the problem is, whenever you post a transaction, every time you need to enter terms of payment while posting a transaction. So if you forgotten, then what will happen? Okay, so is there any way, while posting a transaction, let's suppose every time we need to enter terms of payment, here. So is there any way that by default some terms of payment will appear? Say yes, there are a way. This vendor master, use the vendor master, and we know that we are having negotiation with this vendor. For 30 days payment, exactly after 30 days. So go to XK02 transaction code. And click here on payment transaction and press enter. So once you click on payment transaction, what is happening here? We are going to assign this newly created terms of payment, that is TM30. Assign TM30, press enter and save it. In the sense, like, click on yes. So now what we have done, we have assigned terms of payment directly to the vendor master. So what is the benefit? Now next time onwards, whenever you are going to post any invoices, let's suppose I'm going to post a new invoice by using transaction code FB60. Press enter button. Give your vendor number here. Vendor number I have given, and then give your invoice date. Now let's suppose I'm going to give the same, you can give, not a problem. And invoice date I have given, posting date I have given. Okay. Now other things I'm not going to enter. I just have to show you guys how the terms of payment is getting default from vendor master. So now you click on this payment tab. If you click on payment tab, see, system has automatically copied the terms of payment from where? From vendor master. Why? Because we have entered vendor master number here. So the moment you enter vendor master number, then automatically by default whatever the terms of payment we have given to the vendor master, those terms of payment has been copied to the transaction also automatically. So in this case, we are not going to give terms of payment manually. Okay, it will default from vendor master itself. Okay, and now see here the baseline date is taken by posting. The baseline date system has taken as a posting date itself, and based on that it is going to calculate the when it is going to be due, the item is going to be due. Okay, so that's all in this session, guys. In this simple terms of payment, and next session I'll tell you guys terms of payment with discount. There are certain other terms of payment also. One by one I'll let you know. Okay, so now in this session, this much only. Now there are certain questions, so we'll answer one by one. The first question is, can we have multiple terms of payment for same vendor? It's multiple terms of payment cannot be there for same vendor, guys. The reason behind is, if there is a particular vendor, there could be only one negotiation. You can negotiate either for 60 days, 30 days, 45 days, isn't it? Vendor cannot say like, no, this time 30 days, next time 45 days, next time 90 days and all. But still, the thing is like what I said, even let's suppose if you're having multiple terms of payment, but here in vendor master we can maintain only one terms of payment. Let's suppose 30 days. Now, sometime uh, after some time what is happening, you change the negotiation, as per again negotiation with the vendor is saying that now you make it 60 days, since you are having very good relation with us, so we are going to increase your credit days. So now vendor says that 60 days. So what we are going to do, then we are going to create a different terms of payment with 60 days, tm60, and then we are going to assign that terms of payment to the vendor master, and that's how it is going to default. Or else sometime vendor says like, for some item, vendor says like they're having, let's suppose they're dealing with two different kind of item. So vendor says that some item it is 30 days, some item it is 60 days. So in that case what will happen, we are not going to maintain anything in vendor master. At line item level itself, whichever is there, whenever they are going to send invoices, there all the explanation will be there. So as per that system is, end user is going to select terms of payment here manually, either 60 or 30, whatever they want they can select here. Okay, so maybe in certain cases you can have multiple terms of payment also, and generally if you go in real time, they'll be having huge number of terms of payment, because every vendor will have different kind of terms of payment. That I'll let you know how many conditions are there, one by one. In tomorrow's session also I'll let you know some different types of terms of payments and all. So there may be some people are saying that you can make me payment after 30 days. Some people says you can make me payment after 15 days, after 45 days, after 60 days. So every vendor will have different conditions and all. So number of terms of payment we have to set up. So many terms of payment we have to create. Now the next question is, if the vendor code is changed, then the system will not take default setting. See, vendor code is changed means I could not understand how this vendor code is getting changed. Let's suppose what is happening. We are having for every organization lots of vendor will be there. So we are having a vendor called like Sign Private Limited. Likewise, we are having Ajanta Technology. Okay. So for Sign Private Limited, we are having vendor number 2 lakh or 20 lakh 80. For the next vendor, let's suppose Ajanta Technology is there. For that, we are having a different vendor code 81. So when you enter 81, then of course this TM30 will not be appearing here by default. So what we have to do while creation of that Ajanta technology, there also we have to enter TM30 itself. If you want, if you are having negotiation with that vendor also for 30 days itself, we are going to enter TM30. If Ajanta technology says that no, you can make me payment after 60 days, so we'll create a different terms of payment and we are going to give TM60 over in Ajanta technology. So we have nothing to worry about. If you are going to post any transaction against Ajanta technology, TM60 by default system is going to bring from there. If you are going to post any payment against this Sign Private Limited, then by default TM30 system is going to copy from vendor master. So see, the question could not understand properly, but the thing is like still I am trying to. If you want to filter anything, see here, if you want to filter anything like whatever the 30 days terms of payment related, whatever the line items which is having, which is going to be due exactly after 30 days, it means TM30. Whichever line items are using payment terms TM30. If you want to filter like this, then what you have to do, you need to click here. First of all, click. So see here, this is converted into gray color, and then here filter button is there. Set filter. Click on set filter, and once you click on set filter, give your TM30 and press enter. So see, now system has filtered. Only one line item is having 30 days terms of payment, so it has selected. Okay, so that's how we can filter. We can apply filters and all. So this is how you can filter like 30 days or 60 days, whatever terms of payment is there. Terms of payment wise, you can apply filter. Amount wise, you can apply filter. Posting date, you can wise. Document type wise, we can apply filter. Whatever the things are there, every for every fields you can apply filters and all. Okay. So that's how, let's suppose you are having 100 line items. Out of 100 line items, if you want to see how many line items are using 30 days, how many line items are using 30 days due like TM30 terms of payments, so we are going to apply filter over there, and then you will come to know the exact figure here. Okay, and once you come back, the filter got removed automatically. If you execute once again, now once again you have to apply the filter here. So filter is applied temporarily, it's not like permanently. Once you come back of this screen, filter will disappear. Whatever the settings are there for filter, that is disappeared.